Yeah, so we're just on our way back to the Brighton ferry. Probably just under a couple of miles to go. Just poodling along at 3 or 4 knots. Well folks, a very good morning to you. Welcome to Lincolnshire. Cockney Kayaker here. I'm just off to the River Derwent. That's where my little Shetland 535 is moored. But I just wanted to bring you up to date as to what's been happening. So last Saturday, me and Craig took the boat to the Derwent and put it on its mooring, which was proper stressful. You know, taking the boat, reversing the boat down a slipway and releasing the boat onto the water, reversing it down the river and getting it parked up was honestly one of the most stressful things I think I've ever done in my life. Really didn't enjoy it at all. We got it parked up, done one or two things, and then decided to have a bimble. That I didn't realise how difficult it was steering a boat. I couldn't handle it at all. I was making the rookie mistake of oversteering. When you drive a car, if you turn left, the car immediately turns left. On a boat there's a slight delay. I wasn't aware of that, so I kind of steered it to the left. Nothing happened, so I steered it a little bit more to the left and a little bit more, and then time the boat reacted, I was doing a 180-degree blooming turn, and then started zigzagging all over the river, and it was proper stressful. I practiced a few turns, 360-degree turns, and if I'm honest, got back to the mooring, and I was glad that first day was over. I didn't enjoy it at all. I didn't relax. I got to grips teeny weeny bit with the steering, but I really struggled. So during the week I managed to find a day where I finished work early, the weather was okay, went back down to the boat, and thought I'd have another try. One of the problems that, apart from steering the boat, was getting it in and out to its berth. I just was all over the place, until Craig recommended I buy this basically it's a telescopic pole with a hook on the end, that which I'll show you that working a little bit later on in this video. But it really helped me you know, get the boat into its mooring. So I had a little chug again up the Derwent, and steering was a little bit better. It's starting to click. I felt more in control of the boat. I practiced a few more turns, and I practiced you know, sort of getting into the mooring, because in front I've got a boat and behind me I've got a boat, and I've got a gap to get into, and it's not easy. So there we are. So I've been out a couple of times on it. The first time was proper stressful, and when I got home I was going to sell the bloody boat. I'd had enough of it. Not like when I go kayaking, you know, it's relaxing, calming, and you know, you're kind of chilled out and it's a great day. This was anything but that. But anyway, I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm going to go back over today. Confidence just a little bit higher than it has been the last 2 times, I think, and I'm going to start trying to enjoy you know, my boating, he says. So stay tuned, could be interesting. Right, so here we are from the Selby on the River Derwent. Just gonna try to get across this rickety gangplank without breaking my neck. Ooh. boat could do with a bit of a clean. Cobweb in the face, and that boat could do with a clean. And there's my one. So there's the new engine, the black one that I had put on. It's a 15 horsepower fuel injection, so it's really easy. You literally just get in the boat, turn the key, and off you go. And there's a little 4 horsepower Yamaha auxiliary should anything happen to that bad boy. Yeah, so really what I need to do at some point is make a gangplank across here. Otherwise I've got to sort of walk on that one just up there a bit. So I do need to put one on here, then I can just sort of straight off, and I can put my car there, or my van, and a tent even if I wanted to. So it would make sense. The only thing is that I don't know whether I'm going to continue this mooring for, you know, another year, or whether I'll go somewhere else. I'm just not sure at the minute. So whether I want to go to that time and effort, I don't know. We will see. Alright, so there's my little chair, nice and comfortable, and the dashboard, so it tells me miles per hour. It goes up to 140. No way on God's earth that I'd ever do that on a boat. Probably on this river it's about 6 knots, something like that. Got my USB. There's my bilge pump, so should I take on any water. And there's a little hole there for me phone, which I think might be broken, I don't know. Got this off Amazon. Brilliant. So when you're coming into moor, you can literally just wrap it onto, wrap it around one of those mooring pins, and it pulls you in. And it's great for just sort of, if you're getting a bit close to a boat, you can just push yourself away. Brilliant bit of kit. Yeah, so I'm just getting prepared, and we're going to have a cruise up towards the Pocklington Canal. It's a lovely day, really is a nice day. Sun's not quite shining yet, but I think it probably will be this afternoon. It's 20 past 11, so we're just going to set off in a bit. We're going to go into the flow, so that will make controlling the boat a lot easier. Coming back, it's quite a big flow on here. We've had a lot of rain, so the water's moving quite rapidly, so it's going to be like lightning coming back, which makes life very difficult. There's a lot of debris on the Derwent, a lot of stuff floating around, so I've got to be mindful of that. I don't want that in the prop. Got my wife with me today. Here she is.
Hi.
So hopefully she'll do a bit of steering today, give me a break. So yeah, let's get ready and let's get off, so I'll catch you in a bit. taking off from the mooring was a bit of an experience. Not very graceful at all. In fact, I'd say quite embarrassing for any onlookers. But we managed to get off, and it can't get any worse than the monstrosity we encountered this morning. So as I said earlier on, the Derwent's flowing really fast today, and the current is making it, although I'm going into it, it's making steering even harder than it normally is for me. It's a new experience, and it's not easy. We're travelling about 4 knots, something like that, heading to the Pocklington Canal. It's a lovely morning. There's no wind as such, so that's helping. But it's just the currents really. It's making my steering worse than it normally is. But it's all good experience. And you're not going to have perfect conditions every time you go out, are you? So we'll embrace it. So this is fundamentally my 3rd time out on the boat, and I'm still unable to relax fully. It's like when I go out kayaking, like I say, you kind of can chill out, relax, and really enjoy, you know, the canal or river or whatever it is that you're on. Whereas at the minute on this boat, everything is quite stressful. I have to admit, I'd rather be kayaking at the moment. But I'm not going to let it beat me. I'm going to, I mean, everything seems hard, you know, like pulling away from the mooring and parking up. I mean, if anybody's got any tips on how to do it, you know, please put it in the comments. It'd really be appreciated. I mean, I've read Boater's Handbook and that, but there's nothing quite like being shown, is there? I feel like I'm fumbling about in the dark at the moment. But, you know, I'm determined to get there. I always said when I bought this boat, would I get as much enjoyment from it as I do with my little kayak? And at the minute, no. But it doesn't mean to say that I won't. It's a different type of enjoying the rivers and canals for me. This is likely to take me on to places like the tidal Trent and the tidal Loos that I would never go on in my kayak really. So it offers you know, a lot more for me. But like, you know, I've always said to myself, I'll try it for the summer, see how I get on, or for a year. I've paid my licence and my mooring for a year, so I'll see how I get on for a year, take it out to sea, maybe do a bit of fishing or whatever, and then decide whether, you know, it's going to be a bigger boat, which I think if I carry on boating, I'm going to inevitably get a bigger boat. Or whether I just sort of sell it and just continue my kayaking, so shoulders right on the shoulder. So that's where we are at the minute. Everything's a little bit doom and gloomy because you can find everything so difficult. But you know, I'm going to give it my best shot and try to get used to it and come out in all kind of conditions, and that's how you learn, isn't it? So we've just been wheeling up to the Pocklington Canal, going to have a cup of tea, and then kind of head back towards Brighton Ferry, and then maybe go up to Barnby Barrage and have some lunch there. See how we go. So here we are, safely at the Pocklington Canal, just having just a sandwich, and the kettle's on the go to have a cup of coffee. So quite flooded actually. The last third of the journey it was really flooded and water was moving a lot quicker, so it was a bit tricky, but we managed to get here okay, and we just sort of moored up here. I'm not so sure that you're supposed to be on this mooring for any length of time really. I think it's just for those wanting to get through the Cottingwith canal lock onto the Poppington Canal, but there's no one about, so we thought we'd stop. So I'll show you the lock in a minute. I'm just going to finish my sandwich and change the battery in the camera. It's on its way out, so I'll catch you in a bit. Yeah, so although they're probably next to the Chesterfield Canal, arguably the Pocklington Canal is one of the probably the best place that I've paddled on. Cracking canal, loads of kingfishers, really nice place to be. It's lovely here this afternoon. It's about 1:30. Loads of bird song, you know, can hear loads of bird song, loads of wildlife. Yeah, really nice. So yeah, the Pocklington Canal, it's I mean, you could sail down there no problem at the minute, but you see the lily pads and the old cabbage starting to grow under the water there. So it won't be long before this this stretch of water is going to be quite difficult to get up and down. It'd be weeded. I can see just sort of there, the cabbage is probably just literally inches below the surface, so it's all potential to get around the prop, although I think my blade actually cuts through the weed to make life a little bit easier. But for a lot of narrow boaters, they're in the weed hatch all the time trying to clear it, and for kayakers it can be an absolute blooming nightmare. But it's a wonderful place to be. And sometimes it's really good to be alive. Just cross over. I'm still not totally sure how to work these locks. I know that this security key in there, and you open the paddles and then open the lock. This is the what's marked here, the seal, and you don't want the bow of the boat sort of this side. if you're traveling this way, that could be bad news and end up in disaster. And really is a special place, this. Just love being out in, you know, when the lovely weather, it's nice and mild, just lovely to be out. And there's my boat, Old Boy, not named after me, but quite an apt name, I thought. We've just had some lunch, and yeah, we're just chilling for half an hour, and then we're going to head back towards Brighton Ferry, and then probably carry on and go up to Barnby Barrage and have a have a paddle back, have a chug back, and then call it a day at that. So I'm going to make the most of today. It's a beautiful day. It's only going to get nicer, I think, as the afternoon. It's about 15 degrees, so really nice. Still struggling with the boat steering and stuff like that, but you know, slowly but surely. I'm just looking at it down there. It looks like it's on the slope in that side, or is it just my eyes? I don't know. It could be that the rain's sitting that side actually. But yeah, she is, so that's why it's just slightly tilting to the right as we look at it. Yeah, so we're just on our way back to the Brighton Ferry. Probably just under a couple of miles to go. Just poodling along at 3 or 4 knots. So what I'm going to do is when I get back to my mooring, I'm going to go, because I'm going with the flow, I'm going to go past my mooring, turn around and then come into it with you know, against the toe of the water. So I will record it, so hopefully it's going to go a lot better than it did earlier on today when I was practicing. Fingers crossed anyway. It can't possibly be any worse than what it was, but I will record it so you can see exactly what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and if anybody can give me some tips as to make it better, then please comment in the box below. It'd be much appreciated.
And I have been looking. Oh, buzzards getting attacked like crows.
Seems to have calmed down the flow a little bit.
Yeah, so I said earlier, didn't I? A lot it has.
Right, time to dock.
It's going to be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Whee! Who said I was a beginner, eh? Anyway, that's a wrap for me today. We've had a good ride out. I think I've practiced one or two manoeuvres. I'm a bit more confident with that. Not overly confident, but slightly more confident. Learnt a little bit more. So yeah, all in all, it's been a lovely day. Cracking weather, a bit cold this morning, but beautiful weather. It's boiling now. So yeah, all in all, another enjoyable day on the water. A little bit less stressful than it has been on the last two occasions. So if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and a like. Please subscribe to the channel, it really helps. And until the next time, I'm trying to get confidence up to go up to Barnby Barrage and go onto the Ouse and up towards York. That's the plan. So a little bit more practice, trying to build up that sort of confidence that you need to get onto a big tidal river like the Ouse. And but it's certainly something that, you know, I'm looking forward to. So until the next time, safe and happy boating.